So this is Evan from Evan's Deli, located in Marblehead, Massachusetts, and I'm going to ask him 3 questions about the garbage system in the world and in our town.
So it's my understanding they pick the garbage up twice a week, and unfortunately they dispose of them in landfills. Well, as a business owner, we have to put garbage somewhere. Do I agree about landfills? Not necessarily, but I don't have a solution for it.
Okay, which is perfectly fine.
As a business owner, well, it's important to keep a clean restaurant, which means getting rid of garbage and trash, because garbage, trash, what have you, does cause, besides dirt, and it can breed viruses and things of that nature. So obviously food establishments need to stay clean, safe, sanitized, both for people that work there as well as customers that come through the door.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, so hi Avi. So I know you taught sustainability in development, and I was wondering about what your thoughts were about the garbage generation on society.
My role in the system is both as a person living in the most over-consuming society of the world, where even if I try to reduce my own consumption, it's the structures don't let me do it. But also as an intellectual, as an academic, as a person who writes books and teaches classes and tries to raise consciousness about what's wrong with the system and how we need to change it. So my emotional reaction really runs the gamut. Sometimes I'm angry and furious. Sometimes I'm in despair. And sometimes I'm just like almost optimistic in terms of being intellectually challenged and thinking about how we can change it. Both what different kind of system we need to have, and also like what kinds of political steps are necessary to move us forward away from the system that we have into a more sustainable system. We need a world in which everybody has the basics that they need to survive. Mm-hmm. But we need to have a world in which everybody can have the basics of what they need to survive without having to extract and process and produce and consume toxic waste over the course of their working lives. And that is a tragedy, that we've created a world in which to survive, people have to do these things. Values and motivation come from the human suffering that's being caused in the immediate, every day. The people, and again, I think of the Colombian coal mine as one of the places where I'm the most involved. The people who are displaced from their ancestral lands, who are suffering from the poisons that are released by the mine, the people who are working in the mine who are subject to black lung disease, the people who, both among the peasants and the workers who try to protest, who are subject to political repression and death squads and being killed for trying to resist. But also in the larger sense, my motivation comes from thinking about climate change. Climate change, like the people who are the least culpable for the waste that we as a human species produce, are the ones who are suffering the most and who are going to be suffering the most from the impacts of climate change. I guess that's what motivates me. What do we need to do? We can't have infinite growth on a finite planet. We have to think about how we can live within what some of us call the planetary boundaries. And that's not just in terms of carbon emissions, but in terms of all the toxins we produce and resources that we extract. How can we create a society that distributes those resources in a fair and just way?
Those were the 3 questions I had for you. Thank you for your time.
Hello everyone, this is Mike Luiso of Marblehead, Transfer Station, and today we will be asking him some questions about his job and what he does for the town. So,
I understand very well. I've been here 20 years, and I understand how everything works. From the pickup on the street to where it goes at a landfill.
Could you give us an example, like say you pick up the trash from someone's house on trash day, and then from there, where does it go?
It comes here and they empty it into this pit, and then we push it into a tractor trailer truck, and a third party comes and gets it and disposes of it.
Oh.
Is it called? It's not very difficult because I've been doing it so long. But yeah, it's good. I mean, everything's good. I've been doing it for 20 years, you know, so.
So you're very used to it.
Yeah. Why? No. I used to do cleanouts like the local contractors, and there was a job opening here, so I applied for it. And it was a time when there weren't a lot of drivers because the big dig was going on, so I got the job.
Aren't you?
No, it seemed to be pretty steady the whole time, you know. I mean, Marblehead does dispose of a lot, I think, more than an average town. But compared to like cities and stuff, it's not a lot.
This is nothing.
Yeah, you know, probably do maybe 50 ton a day on a good day.
Yeah.
But that's from picking it up on the street and contractors dumping and residents throwing stuff out also.
My name is Christine Cuhidy, and I'm a beach cleaner. A nurse practitioner by trade and a beach cleaner by hobby. Deborah Beach, Riverhead Beach, pretty much any beach, anywhere. If I'm on the sidewalk, wherever I'm at, if I see it, I own it, and pick it up. Trash is everywhere, bottom line. We sometimes, unfortunately, as human beings, do not do well enough with our responsibility for our stuff. Especially when that stuff is no longer valuable to us and it's considered trash, disposable. However, the planet is not our trash can. Responsibility for our own stuff. I take the responsibility for some of the wrongs that other people leave behind. I care, and that's probably the fundamental reason. Is I care. I care about the town I live in. I care about the environment. I care about the other living things that we share this planet. I can routinely every night go out down to the beach with a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot and fill that. I need to be more responsible. Anything that goes into the street goes down storm drains. They're not sewer drains. They're storm drains, and all storm drains end up at the ocean. So it all matters. It's all interconnected. And I think that's the message we got to realize is our actions matter. The solution, don't be the problem, but also be part of the solution. So I guess that's my message. Make a difference. Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead. How do you feel about we're doing this every day?
How do I feel doing this? Oh, okay. I feel great. I feel relieved. I feel that a lot of people get help. You know, so you need your trash to be thrown away. If not, it's gonna be building up. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
No problem.
DJ, I'm so amazed of the work that you're doing. That's a lot of polling. That's great. I'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.